This is Winning Cures Everything. Here's your host, Gary Seegers.
It's Wednesday, May 22nd, and boy, are we going to make this one a quick one today. The show is Winning Cures Everything. We do this for 10 to 20 minutes every day. Today is going to be shorter than that, I promise. Every day, Monday through Friday. I am Gary Seegers, your host. You can follow me on Twitter at GaryWCE. You can follow the show at Winning Cures or on Facebook, facebook.com/Winning Cures Everything. You can get us on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast app is. Go leave some nice reviews. Jump in the comments. We appreciate you being here today. Here's the rundown of what we're going to talk about. St. Thomas got kicked out of their conference. We'll explain what that means. Juwan Howard looks like he's going to be the new Michigan head basketball coach. The NBA All-Defensive team was announced, and we got some snubs. I'll lay out a few names, and then we'll go from there. Happy birthday to the city of Memphis, 200 years. That's pretty awesome. The city that is named after the city in Egypt. We got the pyramids. We got all the wonderful things here. Memphis, fantastic city. I've called it home for 32 years now. Could not be more proud to be from this place. And I've got some daily picks for you. So let's jump into the first thing. The show is brought to you by BetNow.eu. Use promo code WINNING50. You can get a 50% deposit bonus. Great online layout, great online sportsbook. They got awesome odds. Go check it out for yourself. It's BetNow.eu in your browser. Make sure it's legal in your area of the world. BetNow.eu, promo code WINNING50. Topic number one, St. Thomas got kicked out of the MIAC conference, and they were involuntarily removed. So here's the deal, which I would say that's exactly what kicked out means. The other teams or other schools in the conference kicked them out because they were too dominant. Now, they beat a team, St. Olaf, I believe. Mount Olaf? No, St. Olaf. In 2017, they beat them 97-0. And you're going to have bad days every now and then, right? It is what it is. But look, St. Thomas finished third place in the conference standings just last year. So while they were dominant at beating really bad teams, they were not the best team by any stretch of the imagination. It's not like teams were not capable of beating them, but they were an incredibly dominant team in football, and the vote would have required 9 of the 13 presidents to vote to kick them out. They didn't even take it to that because they had already figured out, we're going to get more than 9 votes, so they involuntarily left the conference because they knew they were going to get voted out. This is a terrible precedent. Absolutely awful. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do this. This would be ACC kicking Clemson out. This would be, for years, this would be Major League Baseball kicking out the Yankees. You know, it doesn't make sense to me why, rather than using this as a tool to get better, you would just kick out the best team that's in your conference. It doesn't make any sense. He was St. Olaf's coach, their president, David Anderson. He was the one that spearheaded this campaign to remove St. Thomas. He was going to change the bylaws, if necessary, to get them out. And it doesn't, I can't understand. The competitive imbalance, if you go back and look at it, it's not just with St. Thomas. Concordia Moorhead finished 5th in the conference last year. They beat Augsburg 54-7. They beat Hamline 55-0. And they beat Carleton 51-14. If you allow people that are not as good to kick out the best, what is the purpose of even playing? Right? Are we at that point where it is participation trophy or nothing? I don't understand. You know, when I was coached way many years ago, it was taught to me If you don't want to get beat that bad, well, then stop them. It's the same thing in basketball, same thing in football, baseball, etc. Man up, play some defense, stop them. There are ways to do it. And if you do get your brains beat in, it's okay. Like, you can learn from a loss. And, yeah, losing sucks, but if they're not worried about getting better or anything like that, I mean, who does that say more about? So I think this is a terrible decision, terrible idea. St. Thomas, I'm with you. I'm going to be paying a lot more attention to this to see what ends up with happening with them. Next topic, Juwan Howard, new Michigan basketball coach. Juwan Howard, now he played at Michigan, 91 through 94. He has not had any collegiate coaching experience. Now, you can look at the Penny Hardaway success on the recruiting trail this year and say, this will work. This could be good. This is great. But other than Penny Hardaway, who had all of these ties, along with Mike Miller, in the grassroots basketball circles, Juwan Howard has been in the NBA. He's been an assistant coach with the Miami Heat since 2013. That is the only coaching experience he's had. You know, Vanderbilt hired Jerry Stackhouse. Well, he had an in at the school, and obviously Juwan Howard's got an in at Michigan. He went there. He's an alum. He was part of the Fab Five. But Jerry Stackhouse had an in at Vanderbilt and had also been a head coach. In the G League, he had proven that he could lead a team. Juwan Howard has not proven any of that yet. Now, Michigan might have just been striking out with everybody. The reports are that Mike White, Mike Bray, Brad Stevens, Billy Donovan, all these, none of them were interested, and Michigan wanted to go ahead and get this thing done. It was bad timing because of Beeline leaving when he did, but Howard could end up being really successful. Like, the guy, I think, can recruit because he's got those NBA ties, but man, like, I don't know what you can base it on. I don't know what you would see, but it's great that they gave him the opportunity. I'm good with that. But I don't know where you can look and say, I mean, Chris Mullen at St. John's, Patrick Ewing at Georgetown, you know, there's not been a ton of success there. And those guys were in the NBA, involved in the NBA, coaching in the NBA, and had not done anything in college. And we haven't seen a ton of success from them. So that doesn't mean it's not going to work, but we'll see. So Michigan was in a bad spot anyway. I like that they gave Juwan Howard a chance. This should be interesting to watch. The NBA All-Defensive team was announced. And let's first go through who actually made it. Rudy Gobert, Paul George, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Marcus Smart, and Eric Bledsoe were the first team. The second team was Drew Holiday, Klay Thompson, Joel Embiid, Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard. Now, you're not going to really argue with a lot of this, but you're telling me that there was not a spot for Patrick Beverley, for P.J. Tucker, for Miles Turner. Miles Turner had the most blocks in the NBA this season. He had 22 more than the next guy. I don't understand how you can't get there. I thought Danny Green was really good this year. You know, maybe I'm losing my mind here, but it seems like some of these guys maybe should not have been on these teams, and maybe Pat Beverly and Miles Turner should have been. And finally, I got you some daily picks. Let's go ahead and jump into those. Again, not great last night. Went 2-3. Going to hop off of it this evening. We got the Rockies and Pirates over 8 runs. We got the White Sox and the Astros no score in the first inning. Dodgers and Rays under 8. Twins money line at the Angels tonight. And I've got a money line parlay for you. Rockies, Yankees, Astros, and Dodgers. As always, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Look forward to tomorrow as well. I'm going to go in, hang out with the guys at the Chris Vernon Show, get a few pointers, figure out how they're running their setup, and then we'll hop in and do our thing with Chris tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you will join us then. I will see you all again tomorrow.
Thanks for checking out Winning Cures Everything. If you want to keep up with us, hit subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Visit the website at winningcureseverything.com, or you can like us on Facebook or follow us at Winning Cures, at Gary WCE, or at Chris B. Giannini on Twitter. Share out the show, leave a nice review, and make sure to comment and tweet at us.